Imagine waking up to find your photo on the front page of a newspaper with the headline saying, "Beloved businessman dies in sleep, but you're still breathing, still moving, still alive." That's exactly what happened to Raj Malhotra, and what he discovered at his own funeral changed his life forever. Raj was successful, rich, respected, CEO of a growing tech firm. He had built his empire from scratch, but in the process, he had forgotten birthdays, skipped anniversaries, missed funerals. Even his mother's last words came as a voicemail he never opened. He told himself, "I'll make time later." But later never came. One morning he woke up groggy in a hotel room, phone buzzing, hundreds of messages, condolences, prayers, obituaries. Confused, he turned on the TV, and there it was, his face. In the headlines, Raj Malhotra found dead in his suite, cardiac arrest suspected, but he was very much alive. A case of mistaken identity? Maybe. But what caught his eye was the location of his own funeral, his old town, his father's church. He had to see it. Wearing a hood and sunglasses, he slipped into the back row. The room was full. Faces from his past, employees, friends, estranged family. His daughter, who hadn't spoken to him in 3 years, was crying. But what stunned him wasn't who showed up, it was what they said. Not a word about his kindness, not a word about his warmth, just, he built a great company. He was a genius at work, always busy, always focused. No one knew his favorite book, his dreams as a teenager, his favorite song. No one really knew him. After the service, an old man handed out printed letters. It was a note Raj had written 10 years ago to be read after his death, for his daughter. "To my little girl, I hope I gave you a life full of smiles. I'm sorry if I ever missed moments that mattered." When her daughter read his letter, her hands trembled. She whispered, "Why now, Papa? Why too late?" Raj watched from the shadows, and for the first time in decades, he wept. Because while the world mourned, he realized he had lived like a ghost long before anyone thought he died. Raj disappeared for a month. No social media, no office visits, no press statement. Then one day he walked into his company boardroom. Alive. People screamed. Some cried. Some thought it was a prank. He resigned that day. No speech, no drama, just a simple note. "I've spent my whole life trying to make a name. Now I want to live a life worth remembering." He moved to a quiet town, taught music to orphans, wrote letters to people who never received closure. And every year on the day he died, he would send his daughter a handwritten note. "Thank you for crying. That means I still mattered." They eventually reunited, not as father and daughter, but as two people learning to forgive. And in the end, Raj did die, peacefully, quietly, with fewer riches, but a fuller heart. This time, when people spoke at his funeral, they said, "He made us feel seen, heard, loved. He wasn't just a man of success. He was a man who came back to live right." You don't have to die to realize your life was empty. You just have to pause long enough to hear the silence. You're still alive. There's still time. Don't wait for the world to bury you before you wake up to truly live. If you accidentally attend your own funeral today, what do you think people would say about you? Be honest. And if you don't like the answer, maybe it's time to change the story.